Welcome back to Good Morning SKN. The Advancement of Children's Foundation, or ACF, is an organization developed to positively affect the youth in St. Kitts and Nevis. They create an environment that is conducive to learning, growth, and contribution, replete with community and family support additionally. The ACF is a grant-making organization and has supported the projects of community-based organizations as well as non-governmental organizations within the Federation. Today, we warmly welcome the ACF's chairperson, Rodney Browne, and vice chairperson, Naeemah Hazelle, to Good Morning SKN. Good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
Well, I Googled you guys as well, and I noticed that your foundation was founded in June of 2008.
Yes,
That's correct.
we're a long-standing foundation, and a lot of people funny don't know about us, but we have been around.
So what is the motivation behind starting the foundation?
The foundation was actually started from two Rotarians, actually, Leah Saheli and Charles Wilkin,
and Rotary clubs, right?
And both Rotary clubs, Rotary Club of Naeemah and Rotary Club of St. Kitts. And it was actually started in a response to an increase in gang violence that we were seeing in the community, and a need from the civil sector to respond to some of the problems that we were seeing in the country.
And speaking to your response to that, how effective do you think you've been, and what were some of the things or actions that you took to respond to that?
Well, to be honest, originally, I think that a lot of the times we want to help, and so we have grand ideas for grand hopes and mandates.
Right.
But we've learned over the years through experience that it's important that we create more achievable, SMART goals. And so in the beginning, we had some big goals like, we want to affect teen pregnancy, and we want to, but people do have these things when they develop programs. So a lot of the growing pains we went through are the same growing pains that a lot of our programs and the groups that we fund go through. So in the beginning, we were effective at developing a lot of good programs. So we had very successful programs and individual things, or projects. But really, we didn't have good developed programs, things that could be continuing, NGOs that were strengthened. So we weren't seeing as much sustainability, just a lot of one-off projects. So we did that for a lot of years, but over the years we've improved, and now we don't just give grants, we also do capacity building.
Right. That is a key, so that is a key element that we'll be focusing on this year. The capacity building, the advocacy aspects of community and nonprofit programs.
Is there an annual project that you look forward to?
No, we don't really have an annual project. I think for those who don't really know what ACF does, ACF, for a grant-making organization, you can apply to us. We have our website, acfstkidsnevis.org. If you are in a community and you are a community helper. So we have a lot of community helpers that are out there just doing the work, taking the money out of their pocket. Like, I really have this program I want to do, and so I'm going to take the money out of my pocket, and they're struggling just to help in their community. So really what we do at the ACF is we try to fund the things that would cost you money. We won't pay for your facilitator, but we will help you to pay for your supplies. So some projects that we do have that are annual part that we're very proud of, like Girls Illuminated. We help with fundraising for Girls Illuminated, which is one of our projects.
That one?
Yes.
That's fun, yeah.
Yeah, that we're really, really proud of. So we help them by providing supplies, money for transportation for the girls, or maybe for a photo shoot or for journals. So you could apply in that way to get support and supplies. So we used to just do support and supplies, and then we realized a lot of the organizations didn't have the skill set. So we had to really help them to develop their organization. So now we do more in helping you to build up your NGO. Say, Jamie, you decide what's something you're interested in?
Oh, Lord.
That's actually a good organization.
Well, actually, we may be participating in one of those, or partnering with one of those entities in terms of, the aquatic sports element. Not breaking any news, but there is some whispers that may be one of the projects coming on stream for review.
Okay.
Because there is a process where we have to review the applications. It's not just you just apply and hey, we give you the money and whatever. So, and as Naeemah has mentioned, it's not just about funding in terms of the financial aspect of it, but providing a lot of support. We find that is a lot more critical at this time because a lot of people, a lot of entities may have great ideas, but the idea is just the start of it. You have to have a real plan in terms of how you're going to execute. And a lot of times, all of us, we fall down on the execution side. So we figure it would be a lot more, in addition to financing programs, to provide the support so that it can be a lot more sustainable. So Jamie, we got you covered. We got you covered. Don't worry about it.
So you have a swim program. You want your swim program. You come to us. You say, I have this great idea. I'd like to teach kids how to swim. Well, what will you need to teach kids how to swim? Well, we'll need to rent this space. We might need some swimming trunks for kids who don't have them that might be embarrassed. We might need some floaties. We might need some assistance with that. Okay. What's the outcome that you want from your program? Oh, I want 15 kids to learn how to swim. Okay, well, how will you measure that 15 kids learned how to swim? Okay, how long will that take? What other things will you need? What will be your budget? So we will help them to break it down so they learn how to develop projects and to strengthen their organization. What's the governance of your structure? So we help them. Yeah, it's pretty deep. But then it means that instead of just coming to us and getting money for a project, when you leave us, you should be prepared to go and get grants in other places. Correct. And also that your organization would be strengthened, that you'd be able to sustain your project beyond just one project. So hopefully you could we'll fund you up to 3 times one organization. But hopefully you can get funding to continue your project into years. Because in St. Kitts, we love a one-off. Well, that was a great program, and then you never see it again in life. So we're trying to move away from that and create more sustainable solutions.
So very engaging discussion on the Advancement of Children Foundation. One of the questions that I know Cortensia asked before is going to be rephrased, particularly as it relates to what was the former peace program, and whether you have any influence over it, or whether there's collaboration or future hopes of getting involved in any way, shape, or form.
Well, we don't currently have any association with it, but certainly I think some aspects of it falls into our mandate, our mission, in terms of community development and empowering the citizens within their community. So I think for sure it's good you brought that up. It's something we could definitely look into.
Yeah, especially since our focus is youth and improving the conditions for youth. And that, of course, is an important project. But, of course, we're not ambulance chasers. We were saying in the break about, vacuums. We see them and we will encourage people. And we do have, like, a workshop where we invite people to come out and we talk to them about the ACF usually once a year. COVID's kind of put a block to that. But now we're coming out of that, so that's something that will be in the pipeline. So we're really hoping that they will come to us with programs, not even as a big group. The young men within the program might see something that they would like to do themselves in their specific community, and they could come and apply to us as a group of communities. Say we're all from McKnight. It's one of my favorite communities. So if we're all from McKnight and we'd like to do a program for children's literacy in McKnight, or cleaning up McKnight, covering graffiti in McKnight, then these are things that they could come to us as a group. They don't have to come to us through the big branch organization. They can get together. We would even help them to learn how to register their NGO and do a lot of those governance structures that are necessary.
And where do we go to find that information again?
acfstnevis.org. acfstnevis.org. Yeah.
What impact has the foundation had on both of you concerning your outlook on life?
That's very deep. I wasn't expecting that.
All right, then, Hortensia.
I have two young daughters, so 2 children that I would want. Well, they have already been experienced a better life, or better opportunities than I had growing up. But I would like to see that more widespread in terms of me living a relatively comfortable life is not enough for me. Because I don't live in a vacuum. Something happening outside in the community could definitely have an adverse effect on my lifestyle. So I think organizations such as this play an important role in ensuring that the community structure is a lot stronger than it is.
For me, also actually, ACF's had a great impact on my life. I have had a lot of years, to be honest, in ACF, but I've always worked with youth for over 20 years. And often we have people who come and they're like, oh, I need this project and I wish I could get it funded, but I have this great idea. And then when I joined ACF, I was like, there's a whole organization here for that, but people don't even realize. So we've been able really to help a lot of the organizations that I knew were in the community or that we knew were in the community to help that. And then I also learned a lot, working in government a lot of years. You think you really know how to do things, but non-governmental organizations or NGOs or community-based organizations, CBOs, are very different. They're run very different. And also we don't do very much monitoring and evaluation. So we tend to spend a lot of time wasting human and financial resource. So what I've learned working through the ACF and with some studies that I did through the ACF, opportunities that were presented to me through there, is how to create sustainable NGOs. And I think that's essential for St. Kitts, where we have very limited access to international funding. And that our communities have always really, I learned even through ACF that what we're doing in St. Kitts is great. We always think, we want to get these international donors to come in, and everywhere else in the world, they're trying to move away from international donors and do things the way we do things with businesses and that kind of support. So ACF was started and founded by TDC. Those are our first funders, TDC, Flow Group of Companies, Christoph Harbour. I'm trying to think if I've missed anybody. I know I have a few. Don't be offended out there if I forgot you. It's been a long time. But major companies.
And we've had relationships in and out in terms of other entities. So like the Marriott.
The Marriott, yes. How could I forget the Marriott? Yeah. And now we have the Cable have come on as partners. They're our newest partner. We're really excited about that.
But that's not to say that, there's a lot of room for a lot more partners because we have a lot of grand ideas, like even the advocacy and support aspects, those would need to be funded, obviously. So the more partners we can attract to the ACF, the better it is for our mission to be sustainable. Talking about sustainability, we have to ensure that we have continuous partners contributing to our cause, so we can continue to support the activities that we're interested in.
We're going to give the final word to you. What do you want the public to know about ACF? There's your camera.
For the public, ACF, we've been around for a while. We expect to be around for a long while. And if you see in your own community, look within your community, see what issues you think are important in terms of making a change, how you can play a part, and how you think the ACF may be able to assist. Again, we're here to assist community enterprises, community organizations in better transforming in a positive way their communities. So every single citizen, you live in a community, look at your community. If it's doing well, see how we can assist the community next door. And see, once you have an idea, reach out to the ACF. We're more than willing to assist as much as we can. But check us out, ACF, stkittsnevis.org for more information.
Rodney and Naeemah, it's been a pleasure talking to you.
Sure, it's been.
I know it's not
Thanks for having us.
Love the energy.
We'll be back.
Yes.
Just trying to take